Oi oi, truckers and trailer huggers, I'm Big John, freshly roasted by the Caribbean sun, only to be thrown straight back into the sizzling skillet of British haulage. 1 minute I'm sipping rum by the sea, the next I'm knee deep in ratchet straps and reality checks. Sun lotion swapped for diesel fumes, flip-flop for steel toe caps, and peaceful waves for potholes that could swallow a small hatchback. Yep, the holiday's over and we're back to trucking chaos, one dodgy lay-by and tail lift tantrum at a time. Buckle up, this one's already turning into a bumpy ride. Welcome to Truckstop Tales. Well, the week's certainly off to a flying start, and by that I mean I've crash landed face first into reality. After 2 blissful weeks lounging under palm trees with a cold drink in hand and not a strap in sight, I got home Sunday only to be met with a desperate message begging me to start work that very afternoon. Apparently, the lorry had been fixed, no thanks to the agency drivers, and the tail lift trailer, my old arch enemy, now had brand new straps. Spoiler alert, they didn't strap in for long. So, like the good lad that I am, I dusted off the flip-flop tan lines, trundled into work, reloaded the cab with my gear and headed off towards Wakefield with all the enthusiasm of a flat tyre. Come yesterday, I rolled up to the first drop, ready to crack on, but no, the rear pallets were loaded the wrong way round, making the pallet truck about as useful as a chocolate kettle. And just as I'm battling to shift them, boom! Bungee cords and straps have started flying at me like I'd walked into a game of trucker dodgeball. Turns out the geniuses who installed the new straps didn't even bother with the retaining bolts. Come on guys, you had one job to do. Long story short, I had to end up driving all the way back to Felixstowe to get the load reorganised and take the trailer back to the repairers to de-booby trap the death wagon they'd handed me. And so today, after what can only be described as a full-blown trailer tantrum over the last couple of days, things are finally, dare I say it, looking slightly more promising. The trailer's been sorted, the flying straps of doom have been bolted down properly. Well, let's hope so anyway. And they've completely changed the load. It's like a whole new wagon. Just hopefully not a whole new set of problems waiting to pop out like a dodgy jack-in-the-box. We're heading full steam ahead up to the beautiful northeast of the UK. First stop, Billingham near Tyneside. Then we're pushing further up to Newcastle because what's a day without navigating Siffy traffic and roundabouts built by someone who hates lorries. After that, we're swinging down to North Yorkshire for our final 3 drops. Only 5 drops on paper, but don't be fooled. This trailer's stacked tighter than a full English on a toddler's plate. Double stacked, jammed in and loaded like someone's trying to break a record for the most pallets in one trailer. Now, if things go smoothly today, I'll eat my own high vis. But hey, miracles can, not very often, but can happen. I mean, someone did eventually fix the straps, sort of, maybe, so I'm cautiously optimistic, but also mentally prepared for at least one farcical moment, 2 broken trolleys and a sat-nav that decides to take me through a ghost trail in the Yorkshire moors. Whatever happens, you're in the cab with me, whether we're sailing down the A19 or stuck reversing into a yard designed for milk floats. You and me taking the rough with the smooth and the pig stench with the promise of a Greggs. Speaking of pigs, Sunday night I thought I was in for a bit of peaceful lay-by shut-eye. No cows mooing all night like last time. Small victories, that's what we like. But no, this time I parked up to what I can only describe as piggy Alcatraz. A giant pig farm, massive. These weren't your average curly-tailed bacon makers either. They were huge. They looked angry, and I swear one of them barked at me. I cracked the window for some air and instantly regretted every decision I've ever made. The smell, it hit me like a punch in the face from a sweaty butcher. It's safe to say I'm off sausages for the foreseeable. Don't even say the word bacon near me, I'll gag. So, where will we end up tonight? Who knows, but let's just say I'm setting the bar low. Somewhere that doesn't smell like a farmyard bin fire and has a loo that doesn't look like it's seen things it shouldn't have. Bonus points for food that hasn't been microwaved into a second life form. And if you're enjoying this chaos, give this video a like, will ya? It helps more than a working tail lift on a rainy Monday. And if you haven't yet subscribed, do it now, because trust me, you don't want to miss whatever madness comes next. Whether it's dodgy parking, surprise livestock, or a truck stop that looks like it was designed by a blindfolded cowboy, I'm taking you with me. Well, we've finally tackled and beaten the beast that is the A14. And let me tell you, it didn't go down without a fight. But now, we've been cruising up the A1, and so far the traffic gods seem to have been smiling on us. Although there has been a couple of roadworks that have slowed us down a bit and put us just that little bit behind schedule. The roads, though, they're flowing nicely, apart from a couple of absolute snails hogging the middle lane like it's their nan's driveway. I swear, some of these drivers must think that the middle lane comes with loyalty points. Seriously though, if you can't overtake and you're doing 45 in a 70, maybe it's time for a refresher lesson. Just saying, that or a mandatory common sense course with every MOT. Anyway, rant over for now. These early starts might get us a head start on the traffic, but my body and brain aren't quite on the same page. I'm running on caffeine and blind optimism. I've said it before and I'll say it again. I totally hate early mornings. I'm a trucker, not a rooster. Soon we'll be swinging into the A19 and shooting up towards our first drop in Billingham. With any luck, we'll roll in without a hitch, and maybe, just maybe, I can hunt down somewhere nearby for a proper bite to eat. I'm Hank Marvin at the moment. Right now, I'd eat the steering wheel if it came with chips and gravy. Stick around, folks. You're riding shotgun all the way today, from Billingham to wherever we end up. I'll be sharing every drop, dodgy roundabout, and desperate search for a decent bacon bap. Oh, maybe not bacon, not after them pigs. Anyway, let's see how the rest of this day unfolds. Catch you in a bit. Big John, caffeine fueled and breakfast bound. Well, that's 2 out of the 5 drops ticked off. Not bad going, but because the next customer shuts up shop at 3:30, clearly allergic to overtime, that's our lot for today. Can't argue with the clock though. Believe me, I've tried. Now, being this far north, parking options are about as rare as a clean Portaloo at a festival. So I pointed the big rig back towards Yorkshire where our final 3 drops are lined up. And would you believe it? The next two are actually pretty close together. That's a proper result. Doesn't happen often, so I'm definitely counting it as a small win. So I pop the address of my next drop into the sat-nav and boom, fate throws me a bone. Right around the corner from it is a new truck parking area. Okay, it's not a full-on truck stop with all the bells and whistles, questionable fry-ups, it's depot parking. But do I care? Absolutely not. It's got decent toilets, hot water and warm showers, and after the week I've had, that's basically 5-star luxury. So here we are, finally parked up for the night at NFS in Pigzilla. Getting in was an absolute breeze. The security lady was lovely. Booked me in on the snap system without a fuss, handed me the codes for the loos and the showers, and even pointed out my bay. Honestly, friendliest welcome I've had since I left the Caribbean. Now, time for another Truckstop Tales review. Although since this is depot parking rather than a full fat truck stop, it wouldn't be fair to rate it out of 50. There's no food here, so we'll be judging it on a 40-point scale instead. The facilities. Everything is brand new. It's basic, yes, but very well thought out. You've got hot running water, working showers, and even a microwave that looks like it's never been touched by human hands. It's that clean. Honestly, that's all most of us need at the end of a long day. For this, I'm going to score it a 5 out of 10. Cleanliness. Spotless, not even a speck of trucker's grime, and let's be honest, new or not, some drivers can make a mess of a fresh loo in under 5 minutes. But not here. Everything is absolutely gleaming. I'm going to give this a 10 out of 10. Parking. Nice and simple, all bays are clearly numbered, and I think there's around about 25 spaces available. The ground's solid, no sinking into soggy grass tonight, that's for sure. The only thing stopping this being perfect is it's not a flat concrete base. So I'm going to give it a 9 out of 10. Security, top tier. High fences all the way round, cameras everywhere. A manned gate and 24-hour foot patrols. I'm telling you, Fort Knox could take note. I'll be sleeping easy tonight, that is for sure. So the score for that is definitely a 10 out of 10. A cracking score of 34 out of 40, and honestly something the North East desperately needed. A solid, safe, clean place to rest up. No frills, no bacon baps, but no nonsense either. Compared with Sandy Lane, this is heaven. That's it from me for today, folks. I'm Big John and I'm off for an early night with clean facilities, 0 pigs and a microwave that doesn't smell like soup from 2004. Now don't forget to hit that like button if you enjoyed the ride and subscribe if you want more tales from the cab. Got any questions or had an experience here yourself? Drop it in the comments. I read every single one. Anyway, I'll catch you in the next one. Who knows where we'll end up, but it's bound to be another adventure. With less stink, hopefully. But for now, it's goodbye from me.